Welcome to M.A.W. Mondays. Early. Well, I haven't decided if I'm going to do it early or tomorrow because I have to upload my gospel tracks. But you could turn your plain Wagtail, what some people argue with me about it being a combination tool, which they're probably absolutely correct. And yeah, so what? You say potato, I say potato. So what we are going to do is we're going to make it a super multifunction tool. And it might look like a Franken tool by the time you get done, but whatever the case may be, you're going to have everything you need in one tool to clean a window, including getting mulch. Not mulch. The artillery fungus off the glass using your Wagtail. All right. You're going to be able to use it as a mop. All right. You're going to be able to have unlimited water source. You're going to be able to have the option to have a pure water traditional type device instead of a water fed brush for those trad guys who like to do everything by pole traditionally, who maybe want to switch. We're going to be able to clean any kind of window, any kind of way with the one tool because it swivels. Not to mention, we're going to be able to clean any kind of window on any kind of a day. Whether it be a blazing hot African day where the glass is smoking. I'm talking about Johnny smoking. But adding accessories to your Wagtail will make it a super multifunction tool. It'll make it a beast. All right, so what I have done is I took advantage of Wagtail's cap. All right, so what I did was, if I have some stubborn spots that maybe this sponge just won't get out, I can actually flip the squeegee around. And because it's a small area, you can get some of the toughest debris off the window. And the best part about that, you can pull it right off and put another piece on when it starts to get a little shabby looking. You can also do that with the white pads as well. You could put a white pad on here or a bronze wool pad. Steel wool, unless you put a Velcro backing on there, this happens to already have it. So does the white pads. It'll stick to Velcro, but not the steel wool. Plus, steel wool rusts anyway, so I think this is probably your better bet. Go and get yourself 2 pads. I had the same 2 pads for the last 3 or 4 years, right? I got them from the window cleaning resource. The guys that mark up everything, I got it from those guys. Don't ask me why. Well, back then I didn't know what I know now. So I got those 2 pads and I'm still going on them. All right. So you make use of the older ones and cut them into pieces like this for all your squeegees. I got sections cut out that match the cap exactly. All right. Now I'm going to show you what I did with my other one. I put 2 types of Velcros on there. I used this one. This one is super strong. You'll never ever have to change these Velcro male, because they got the things sticking out. The female is the ones that grab onto it. That's what I like to call them. So you take the male Velcro part, and I'm going to show you what glue to use. All right, so you take this monkey glue right here, Gorilla glue, Gorilla epoxy, all right? Gorilla epoxy glue. It has 2 separate bottles, but when you squeeze it, it comes out. And you have to mix it together. This stuff works good, but you can't play with it. I told you before that I did some things and I thought it was pretty much hogwash. I jumped the gun and it didn't work as well as I thought it would. That had to do with the Velcro on the actual Wagtail channel itself on the high flyer. So I figured out how to make that permanent, because a lot of people were talking about how do they get the pad to stay on after a while, so they don't want to have to get another high flyer. I made a video on how to put that on there permanently with cable ties on the end. Another person did the same thing. I think Mr. Wagga over there, he did the same thing. Johnny Kimmel, he did the same thing. A few other guys did the same thing. So if you're having that problem, if you're unsure about it, just reach out to any one of us. We'll steer you in the right direction. All right, so as far as the Velcro thing is, you just have to ask around or watch the video, but basically you could use that Gorilla Glue. Just make sure you don't play with it early. Matter of fact, when you get done work, do it to it and let it stay overnight. Don't touch it. It might be a good idea to have something resting on it just to make sure you got that Velcro laying down on there, because sometimes if you get the roll of Velcro and you cut what you need off of it, the ends is going to be like the shape of the round part of where the Velcro used to be. And if you cut your piece off there, it's still going to keep that shape. So on the ends, you're going to need something pressing down, because you need to give that chance for that glue to grab on, and then it'll hold it. But needless to say, you could put accessories now, and what this will allow you to do is flip the squeegee backwards, and not only will it protect that nut that Brian was so cautiously concerned about, as well as others, and it protects it, and also it gives you an extra oomph for scrubbing some of the heavily soiled debris off the glass, so you don't have to get a separate tool out. I imagine you can probably do light spray paint with this too. Like if you got areas where there's specks of paint and you don't want to break out the razor just to get a few specks, you can actually flip this around real quick, without having to reach in your pouch and get out another separate tool. Everything is going to be within arm's reach, or what you're already doing, cleaning the window. You see a spot, bam, you flip it around. That's what you can do with that. And this is the perfect spot for that. If you have the disc one, the orbital type disc one, I guess you could probably pretty much produce the same illusion of what I'm doing here. But I'll show you in action. Not only do I have it on the back of the squeegee, I have it on the bottom. This works good, but you can't concentrate on a small area. This can, if you can understand. You get more force per square inch with using this versus this. This will be pretty much covering the surface of the whole glass. And if you have an area where you need to scrub further, sometimes it's quicker to use this because it's smaller. You can get more force, pressure per square inch, if that makes sense. All right, so there you have it on today's M.A.W. Mondays. Stay tuned. I got some more exciting, easy, nifty mods that you could do to make your Waggtail a super duper cleaning machine. But this is Masters at Waggtail, and I'll see you at the next one. Macka-frackalacka. Peace, peace, peace.